What is up, YouTube? It is Tati here, and we are back with another YouTube video. And in today's YouTube video, guys, we are going to be doing 2 feed-in braids. Now, I'm not going to lie, y'all. I have not done this style on a client in years, so I was definitely rookieing it up. But I've been wanting to film a 2 feed-in braid tutorial for a while now, so I figured out why not just film it, messy or not. And that actually didn't turn out too bad. So first things first, you're going to start off by parting your client's hair in the middle. And I did record me doing that process, but I accidentally recorded vertically because I'm so used to doing reels and everything, so forgive me for that, y'all. But right now you guys can see that I am doing the molding process, which is probably the most important part of this hairstyle, because once you get the molding part and sleek your client's hair down as sleek as possible, then it'll be that much easier to braid. Now, when it comes to molding and sleeking down your client's hair, you definitely want to use a water-based product such as Shine and Jam or any kind of gel. You want to avoid using any kind of waxy or very edge control-like substance, because that'll make it harder to braid and harder to grip the hair as you go by. And you definitely want to make sure your client's hair is blow-dried as straight as possible, because when I tell y'all, this is a lot on the fingers. So you want to make the process go by easy by just making it easier for you to be able to run your fingers in your comb through the client's hair. As you can see, what I'm doing right now, I'm just parting her hair in sections, and I'm putting jam in between each section so that I know that product is all in through the head and that it is easier to sleek down. And then, as you can see, I'm just taking my comb and combing through those areas that I put gel in the sections between. And this is using the comb is just to ensure that the product goes all in through the hair to make it sleek so that you don't miss any sections. So yeah. So before I start braiding, I like to part like a little small tiny section, and then I like to go in between and part like a big section in between where she wants her braid to be. Now she wants her braid to be kind of on the edge of her head and give it kind of like a crown halo look. So that's the kind of look that we're going for. And as you can see, I'm going to start by braiding. Usually I use my nails when it comes to doing my stitches, but I don't have any nails right now, as you can see, so I'm using a comb, whichever works easier for you. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that you part smaller sections, because especially when you're dealing with a client with thick hair, you definitely want to part small sections so that you're able to grip easier. And just take your time with it, guys, because it's definitely one of those very tedious hairstyles, especially when you get towards the bottom. Now, when it comes to adding the braiding pieces, of course, you want to start off by adding small braiding pieces at the very front so that the braid doesn't start out bulky. But she definitely wanted her braid to be a thick, chunky braid. So I started to add even bigger pieces, and I'm talking about big pieces throughout the braid towards the bottom and towards the end. So just based off of preference, based off of what your client wants and how she wants her braid to look, will determine the amount of hair that you add to the braid. Now, as I'm braiding, I just kind of want to take the time to thank you guys so much again for 100,000 subscribers on this channel, which is a huge milestone. And I know I haven't been very consistent with uploading lately, but my goal is to start being consistent and not, searching for the perfect video to upload or trying to make another hit video and just give you guys the content that you guys deserve and not even overthinking it. So y'all, this is one of them. I filmed this video yesterday and I'm just putting it out there, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys just continue to stick around with me as I am continuing on this YouTube journey. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Now, I would say the mistake that I probably made when I was doing this hairstyle in the process of it is I kind of stopped using the comb, because I feel like the comb was kind of holding me back, and I just started using my hands. But sometimes that could be a slippery slope, because whenever you're braiding your client's hair and you're grabbing the right section and the left section, you definitely want it to be aligned. And sometimes when you don't use like a precise part that the comb will give you, you might start gripping or adding more hair than usual, and then it'll kind of misalign. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but if you braid hair, you kind of understand what I mean when it comes to that. So definitely try to keep on using the comb and just being consistent with that. And also, as you can see, I am adding product to her hair so that it doesn't turn out too frizzy and that it is sleek and it blends in with the braid as much as possible. And yeah, guys, once you get towards the end, you definitely want to check in with your client and make sure you're not pulling anything too tight under, and that is as comfortable as possible, especially when she holds her head down, because I know sometimes as braiders we can kind of grip the bottom too tight. And then yeah, guys, you want to go back and you want to just do the finishing touches, like laying her edges and sleeking down and kind of tucking, you know, the rest of her hair inside of the braid so it can get an even more cleaner look. Then I'm just going to finish braiding those 2 braids down and then dipping her hair. And yeah, guys, that is pretty much all for this video. Definitely want to give you guys a little bit more of an updated tutorial since I know what to do and what not to do next. And yeah, guys, you're going to dip the hair and then she'll be all good to go. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe to my channel for more content. And I will see you guys in my next.